Hi. The purpose of this video is to provide you with fair warning before you make a decision to buy a timeshare from Wyndham Corporation. Now, first, let me cover my butt by saying this. The views I express are my opinion only, based on my personal experience, and are in no way intended to represent fact. Now let me share with you the experience my wife and I have had as owners with Wyndham. In the early years, we were very happy with our ownership. In fact, we're still very happy with the resorts. The resorts are beautiful. The personnel at the resorts, beautiful people. However, Wyndham Corporate, that's an entirely different story. When we initially bought, we bought at a very low level of ownership, but when we learned that there were benefits that were promised to those who would upgrade to a higher level of ownership, we did just that because some of the benefits offered were very appealing to us. One, to give you an example, at our level of ownership, we would have free, unlimited guest certificates. Now, that was appealing to us because we place a lot of guests into our accommodations. So, rather than having to pay that $25 fee everyone would have to pay in order to do that, we got it for free. However, just earlier this year, the announcement was made, no more unlimited free guest certificates. Now we have to pay for them. But it's not $25 anymore. Do you know what I have to pay now if I'm going to call up Wyndham and ask them to put John Doe on as my guest? $129. Now, Wyndham's explanation is that this is to cover the cost incurred. $129? Costs incurred to take a phone call? Type in a name? Now, in all fairness, I can get it at a lower rate. See, I can go on to the Wyndham website and I can type in John Doe's name. Now I only pay $99. $99 cost incurred for me to type John Doe's name in? How can they get away with doing this when they promise these benefits to those of us who bought at our level? Well, here's how. Every owner gets one of these. It's a trust agreement. When you become an owner, you automatically become a member of the trust. Interestingly, though, there's a paragraph in the trust that says the terms of the agreement can be changed at any time. This trust agreement outlines the rights you have as a member, as an owner. But it also gives rights to the board of directors to change that at any time. Guess who make up the board of directors? Wyndham corporate executives. And so far, they seem to have been completely resistant to any suggestion that owners who have an interest in the trust be allowed to be on the board of directors. Now, if the only ones who make up the board of directors are entirely dependent on Wyndham Corporation for their livelihood, whose interest do you think they're going to represent in the decisions that they make, the changes that take place? That's right, Wyndham Corporation. Let me give you another example of something that currently has thousands of owners in an uproar. From the very start, a fundamental right of every owner was that they could resell or transfer their accommodations, points, as your ownership is represented in the Wyndham system, that could be transferred to another member, so long as each of the two members were in good standing financially on their accounts with Wyndham. Not anymore. Everyone just received a letter that as of March 1st, 2009, no longer can they transfer ownership. And that's a decision that has hurt a large number of owners. Because there are many owners who know that before their points expire at the end of the year, they're not going to be able to use them. At least in the past, they knew they could get some compensation for it because they could transfer it to another owner who may be able to use it, and they'll compensate them for it. No more. Wyndham Corporation is the epitome of self-serving corporate greed. And it is time that they be stopped. I'm not telling you not to buy a timeshare from Wyndham. But here's what I do advise. Before you make that decision, you're online now. Go ahead and do a search. Search Wyndham Timeshares, resorts, whatever. You're going to find that there are a number of forums where Wyndham owners are sharing their experience, their thoughts. I suggest you read it, take it to heart, share it with that salesperson who gives you a presentation. Hope you have a great day.